Alright, they found us. See how this goes. I'm fucking tired. Why am I so tired? Old and tired. That ain't them. That ain't them. That is not them. No Asians. One Asian. Give me an Asian. Come on. You know you're there. This airport is the easiest airport in the world. Easiest airport. By far. Easiest airport. Yeah, that's probably it. Alright, they're there. Oh, is this the easiest way to find people? I get this. Okay. I got it.
It's cold.
Yeah,
I forgot
it's Iowa.
to bring my gloves.
Take the other bit. Yeah, it's a little chilly in Iowa.
I forgot to bring my gloves.
You get used to it.
Yeah, we forgot our gloves.
You've been waiting long. We were.
Oh no, not that long.
And muffler.
Alright. So you guys need to make any stops?
No.
The Filipino grocery stores here.
Ah.
So if you guys want to stop by that, you can.
No,
It's okay.
It's okay? Alright.
Yeah.
How was your flight?
Oh, it was
Good.
Oh, good, good.
Very good. Not too long.
No,
good.
like,
2.5 hours.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, you're flying,
Directly.
yeah, so it adds an hour.
Yeah.
But that's nice. I'll get it done with.
So Epi is.
She's at work.
She's
She's with the National Guard. They're doing their re-up, so they're recertifying her as a nurse or a EMT or whatever it is she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's nice that she's continuing it because they have very, very good
Oh yeah.
fits.
Yeah.
The military, you know.
Yeah. I wish she would stay in longer. It's a good fit for her. So, but I don't know. Wouldn't be bad living on a base or something like that. She'd have plenty of work.
Oh, yeah.
So do you guys come to Iowa a lot or no?
Oh, almost every other year.
Yeah. Not much of a vacation in the winter.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Just take care of what's just.
Yeah. It's a little chilly, yeah. Although every time I went to Vegas, it was too hot, so
Yeah.
it's one or the other. This is how as good as our roads get.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad.
So you have lived all these years here in Las Vegas?
No,
That's
no. No, I've only been
I
here
mean-
3 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
just 3 years?
Mhm.
Where did you come from?
Before that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, well.
Before Iowa.
Before Iowa, I was in Florida. Before
Oh.
Florida, yeah, I was in California for a while. Then I was in Germany, kind of everywhere. I was on an air base in Italy for a little bit, and then Bosnia, and then Poland for a little bit, Africa, Mali, and then back to Iowa. So, and then before that, Venezuela, Peru, and then Brazil. So I've lived everywhere.
You travel.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you do to be going places like that?
My parents were missionaries in Brazil,
I'm missionaries.
so we were born down there, and then we left after they had a revolution, and we went to Venezuela and then came to America, and then naturalized here, did 2 years of high school, and then left for the military, and
So
then
you were with the military?
yeah,
For how long?
8 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, I took bombs apart.
Oh.
Yeah. So That's why I'm very, very stress free. So, yeah, and then went to Florida for a little bit, and then came back to Iowa to visit my family. And then I liked it here because it was safer. So then I moved here
Small town.
and moved to Ames for 1 month and met Deb 1 month later. So I stay in Ames now. So yeah,
So your origin is
Brazil.
Brazilian, yeah.
So you speak Spanish?
I speak Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, a little French, and German.
Wow.
So-
Oh, yeah, because of
Yeah, every place I went.
Oh, that's good. You're multilingual.
Yeah, it helps. It helps at work. I do international sales now, so I talk to different customers in different countries. They like talking to people in their language.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not
What
in
do
an
you sell?
office.
I sell everything from guns to basically military and police equipment, and then I sell computers, servers, bigger hardware for larger companies. So
you work at home?
yeah, I had an office, and then for a while, and then after I wrote all the computer programs, I just fired most of the people, and just now I can work from home. So
Yeah.
it's much easier. You don't need an office.
Oh,
You don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Overhead?
Yeah, well, I went from $3,600 a month in overhead. Now it's to nothing. So I literally worked in the building right over there with the green top. Yeah. So I worked in the building, and then I bought a house here, and then I worked at the house, and then I commuted back and forth, and then my dad needed help in Ames, so I moved up to Ames, and then met Deb, and I liked Ames, so I stayed in Ames. So I still have 2 houses here in Des Moines, but I rent them out.
Oh, you rent it?
Yeah. Des Moines, you can buy houses very cheap and fix them up.
Yeah, I was told you were handy.
Yeah. I've worked construction when I was a kid, so.
That's why when Robert was buying his mobile home, I said, "Are you sure you I make sure that you said he's good in construction. Make sure that he."
Robert's doing really good all by himself. He watches videos on the internet and does it.
How to do things.
Yeah, but mobile homes are a little different. They're not like regular houses. They're smaller.
Yeah.
The walls are thinner. There's a lot of differences. So, and like I fixed Deb's plumbing, and it was completely different than a house. Oh, it was so bad. She was leaking. She had 6 leaks in her house. It was all over the place, just leaking like crazy. So I tore it all apart, put plastic tubing. Now it's fine. So. And then Steven and Tommy live there.
Yeah.
So they're pretty. They keep the place very nice now.
Oh, okay.
This is Des Moines, right?
Yeah, this is downtown Des Moines. Yep.
This is where the airport is.
Are you guys hungry or anything, or?
No, we have sandwiches.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Ames doesn't have a lot of really, really good restaurants. Des Moines does, though.
Oh, that's
So.
why we have sandwiches with us and we didn't eat it.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
And we got plenty of food at home. Deb got a lot of food yesterday, so.
Does he cook?
No, she's
No?
a terrible cook. She opens the fridge and stares at the fridge, and then just sits there for a couple minutes till I yell at her and tell her to close the door. But trying to think. I don't think she's ever cooked.
Really?
No, she's never cooked, ever. Oh, no, I saw her once. She made a crock pot soup for the boys once.
Oh,
That was it. That's the only time I've ever seen her cook.
so you do most of the cooking?
Yeah, I do all the cooking.
Oh.
It's safer that way. So
you can trust her.
yeah, yeah. And she doesn't burn down the house. So. But she does all the other stuff. So she does the socializing and keeping up with friends. I'm not very good at that. So I've always been just by myself.
By yourself.
Yeah. So since I moved so much,
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of. I don't have friends and friends. You know, it's very hard to keep up.
To develop friends.
So we made a deal. I cook and clean, and then she makes the plans and talks to the friends and all that stuff. Half the time I can't even remember their names. So it took me months to remember David and Tommy and Stephen and Joseph, and there's so many of them.
Yeah, 7 more.
8. 7 more.
Yeah, and then there's Sarah, and then the other gal.
Sarah.
Oh, I can't even remember her name now. The gal from Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
Frida.
Frida, there you go, Frida.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
So we are going.
We're going to Ames. Yep. Yeah. Des Moines is really nice. They got a lot of stuff to do, but they got more crime down here, so Ames is a little bit nicer. It's friendlier, people are nicer. That's what I like. So.
Bigger cities usually is like that.
Yeah, yeah. And she's on the she'd be up north there, working. I think she's off at 5:30 at least or
What
something.
does she do?
Yeah.
She does the army stuff. So right now she's doing training on how to fix people when they get hurt. So. Yeah, they have little mannequins and they teach them how to do stuff. Yeah.
That's a good experience.
Yeah.
And how is her gym?
Oh, yeah. When we go up there, I'll drive by and we'll go inside and show you. It's doing really good. We came up with some promotions. So you get the first hour for free to try it out, and if you like it, then you can sign up for a weekly. You know, different things like that. She got a lot of new customers, so that was good.
She's business minded.
Yeah, yeah. I help her out. I got a couple of degrees in business, so I always help her come up with some good ideas or good stuff. But it's all on her own. She knows what she's doing, so.
What's your last name, Rob?
Baker.
Baker.
Yeah.
You're not an actor?
There's a lot of them with Baker.
Bob Baker.
Bob Baker. Oh, Bob Barker.
Bob Barker.
Yeah, from The Price is Right. No, we're from Brazil, so we're not related to a lot of people up here.
Is that where
It's where Rio is, and where they had the Olympics. Yeah.
Yeah. What is that now?
Copacabana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went there.
I've been. Oh, have you? Oh, nice.
We went to Brazil.
I used to live about an hour away from there in Belém. So.
You know where that big cross is? What we call it now?
Yeah.
Oh, the big clothes.
The Jesus statue. Estátua de Jesus. Yeah. That's pretty big.
Oh, yeah. That's tourist attraction.
That's Brazil for you. They can afford that, but they can't afford clean water. They were military run for a while when we were down there, so the military just spent money on all kinds of stuff, but never food or anything for the people. So then they revolted and they got a democracy now. And then the last 2 presidents have been impeached. So they just keep trying and trying and trying, you know. Yeah. Good people, just terrible politics.
Where your parents now?
They're up in Ames too.
Oh.
So sister, brother, everybody lives in Ames. That's why I moved back to Iowa.
Oh. My brother and sister.
Yeah, I got 4 brothers and sisters.
Big family.
Oh, not that big compared to Deb's.
Ah, yeah. Nobody can beat them.
Yeah, that's
All
a big
my
family.
friends, when they say, oh, my daughter, oh, you have so many grandkids. And I said, yeah, because one has 8, and they could hardly believe it. They say, what did you say? 8?
Wow.
Yes, 8.
Yeah.
What? They could not believe it. All of them here in the States, because you don't hear 8 kids
Oh yeah. Well,
normally
yeah.
in the States, you know.
well, my sister just moved over to Italy, so she's gone.
I was moved back to Italy.
Yeah, and then one of my brothers moved to Indiana. So that's it. Just have a brother and sister, but all the nieces and nephews stayed, so that was good.
Thanks.
Yeah, my sister has five kids,
Oh.
so we got all the grandkids there. So that was good. That was Vegas. I haven't been out there forever.
Oh, really? Aren't you coming in December?
Getting colder there.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really bad.
It's nice weather.
I think the last time I was there
7.
4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I told her, I said, every time I go, it's with a bunch of people that want to gamble.
Yeah.
So then I have to babysit them. And I don't get to do any of the fun things. So when we go out there, I told her, I said, let's go do the Harley Davidson Museum, Legoland. Let's do the fun stuff. I'm not a gambler. I don't like to gamble, so. Everybody takes me because I'm usually the driver. So then I drive everybody there, and then I sit on the penny slots and play penny slots. And wait and wait and wait. I drove through it a couple times. I didn't stop long enough. Just kind of looked at it. I haven't seen the Hoover Dam.
Oh.
Yeah, the last time I went out there, I drove to California, so. Because I was stationed in Missouri, and then they paid for me to drive out to California. So I just drove out there. It was cheaper than flying and taking all my stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just got back from Italy too, so I was gone all summer.
She said you helped her sister.
Yeah, I helped her move out there. Helped her, they had a farm of olive trees, and it was olive season, so I had to go out there and cut up the trees and mow. And yeah, it wasn't a vacation. It was work, a lot of work. So it was nice. I got to see some places that I liked, cars, the Ferraris that I wanted to see. So it was pretty nice. I had 3 months, yeah. I had very good luck. So when I went out there, I met the guy that built the Ferrari Testarossa and Lamborghini. He was the designer. I always loved him as a child. I thought he was really good. I actually got to meet him. He was at work, and he just walked by, and I waved at him. He came over and talked. So it was pretty fun. But I would never live in Italy. It's not a nice place.
It's the capital of Italy.
What?
Capital.
A capital?
Italy. The capital city. Italy.
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah, we're in Siena.
Is there not a capital of Italy?
Is there another what?
Capital.
Oh, capital. There's Venice, or not Venice. There's there's 2. There's Rome, And then
Oh.
inside there's the Vatican,
Yeah.
and that's a city, so the Vatican's also a capital too.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Rome.
Yeah, I flew into Rome, and then went to Venice, went to Bologna, and then went to Siena. And Siena, they have a very famous horse race. That's why we went there.
Is there a Florence there?
Oh yeah, there's Florence. I was an hour away from Florence. We drove to Florence. Florence was like the big city. So if you wanted to go to IKEA or, you know, any of the big stores, you went to Florence.
Oh.
It's kind of like Ames and Des Moines.
Oh,
My sister lived in Ames, which was Siena, which was a very small farm town. And Florence was like Des Moines, to where if you needed to go shopping or buy anything, you'd go to Florence. And everything was very expensive over there.
Oh yeah, and are you still in Europe?
Yeah, they're in euros.
Euros.
So the gas to fill up like a car like this, it would be $150 to fill up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my God.
It was $2.40 a liter, 4 liters to the gallon, so it was almost $10 a gallon. No, they don't. Well, their wages are higher, but you're not allowed to work as much.
Oh, you're not allowed to work.
So they only have one shift, rather than in America we have 3 8-hour shifts.
Yeah.
You know, they only have one shift there. And if you work, a lot of the companies want you to work under 40 hours, so they don't pay overtime. Here you can work, you know, as many hours as you can. Yeah. Yeah. No, there they don't allow you, because then they pay so much. Their taxes are 58%.
Wow.
So if they pay you $10 an hour, they have to pay the government
Half of that.
So they don't have a lot of employees.
No wonder.
Yeah.
58.
Yeah. So you go into, let's say, like a Walmart, a big Walmart, there would only be 4 employees in the whole store. And then they close for lunch for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what.
It was the weirdest thing.
I know, the siesta time, they said.
Mhm.
Because when we went there, we went to Rome, Florence, Venice, you know. And
Oh.
you know, when you go there, you want to go shopping.
Yeah.
Oh, they're closed. Or I think there was a time also that they're on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
No.
a certain month that everybody goes on vacation.
Yeah. To the beach, to the sea. They go to the sea because it's too hot out. No, we were pushing a cart, putting things in a cart, and they kept going over the microphone, telling everybody to leave, leave, leave. So my sister said, "Oh, it's time to go. It's lunch." I said, "Well, let's go to the register." She said, "No, they're already leaving." So we just left the cart there, left, came back 2 hours later. The cart's still sitting there, and then we just kept shopping.
Yeah, they stop everything.
Because they don't want to pay them for lunch. That's why.
Oh,
It's very, very. I can see why America is so ahead of everybody else.
yes, yes.
Here you can have 4 jobs, you can do whatever you want.
They're hard work.
Yeah. It was like Brazil when we grew up. You could have a ton of money, but you couldn't buy anything because they didn't have anything.
Oh,
So you could have been a millionaire, but you can't buy a car because they didn't sell cars. Like to buy a new car, you'd have to put in an order, and then it would take 2 years in order to get a brand new car. Yeah. Oh, even used cars. You couldn't buy a used car. You would have to pay almost full price for a used car because it was so hard to get. And there wasn't it wasn't options. So you go to a grocery store. There's one toothpaste, one type of milk, one type of cookie. That's it. Here, there's 500 cookies. Even today, it's hard for me to shop because there's so many options. So I find one good one, and I always buy that one.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they're much smaller stores, a lot less inventory.
They have that much high taxes. Wow. Sometimes, well, if half goes to the government,
Oh yeah.
sometimes then you don't feel like working anymore.
At all. Yeah, yeah. So you don't work as hard.
Yeah, they get more than you do. You get only 42.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not fair.
It's not very motivating. It's almost the more you work, the less you make. And then when you hire somebody, I found this out, you have to pay them severance, no matter where they work. It could be a gas station, you could be hourly, you have to pay them 3 months severance.
Wow.
So when somebody starts work, they know that you're not going to fire them because you have to pay 3 months severance.
Wow.
So then they get very lazy at work.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like your employee saying, oh, I can't fire you. Oh, well, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to take a nap.
Anyway, you can give me 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a little different. The families were very broken too because they changed the law out there for inheritance. So if you die, no matter what, your children get a full percent. So if you have 4 children and you die, they get 25% apiece. No matter what. If you hate them, if you don't want to give it to them, if you write them out of the will, you can't. Government gives them that. So then the children no longer care about the parents.
Yeah.
They don't want to be nice to them.
Yeah.
So when I was over there, the families were very broken up. The kids would come in, they would eat, they'd get up and walk away. They wouldn't help clean, they wouldn't help cook. Because they wouldn't even take the dad to the hospital because they want him to die so they could get the money. Yeah. That is really sad. Yeah. And then healthcare is free, but then people call the ambulance all the time, so the ambulances are always busy. So when something bad happens, then there's no ambulances. So you have to drive yourself to the hospital. Oh yeah. You break a finger, you call an ambulance. It's free.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when we're out there all day long, you'd hear ambulances go and go. I said, wow, there must be a lot of car accidents.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's if you hurt yourself, you go call the ambulance.
So it's free.
Yeah. Yep.
That's abusing.
Yeah. It's very easy to abuse the system. How'd you guys like it when you went out there?
Well, we were tourists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were on a
We
cruise.
went to first we went to London, then we went to Paris, then
Oh, fun.
Florence, then Venice,
Yeah,
Rome,
it was good.
and then Switzerland. So
Mhm.
there's not much time,
Yeah.
and it's mostly like the tourist spots, and then we need the shopping.
Yeah.
Just like when we went to Brazil and Argentina, they
Yeah.
do the same thing. There's
Yeah.
not much time.
Yeah, I think if you would have stayed longer, you wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah. This is this.
No, I think first week was great, and then after the first week, I couldn't get a big cup of water. They only had little cups, so I had to refill. Like it was little weird things that everybody had air conditioner, but nobody turned it on
It's too expensive.
because they thought they'd get the chills and get sick.
Oh.
And fans, they wouldn't turn on the fan in the car, so they'd have all the windows up, and it would be 85 degrees in the car, and you're just like fanning yourself, sweating. It's just a lot of little weird, different stuff.
Were you born there?
I was born in Brazil.
So you speak a lot of
What
Spanish?
missionaries are your parents doing? What is it?
They're not missionaries anymore, but they're Baptist from Southern Baptist Church. Yeah. So I actually had to learn English when we came here.
Oh.
I took 2 years of ESL, Were you guys born in Philippines?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you guys had to learn. Well, they
No,
speak
no.
English over there. Yeah.
We speak English.
Yeah.
Our medium of instruction since kinder is all English.
Oh yeah.
So we didn't have.
Yeah, English is not an easy language to learn.
Yeah.
I had a lot of problems.
Got used to it.
Yeah.
Our instruction is English. It's just the accent.
Oh yeah, true.
Like we say capital, we say capital.
Yeah.
Like one time I was telling my friends, I said, "Oh, I'm going to shuttle." They said, "Well, where are you going?" "I'm going to shuttle." You know. Yes, you are going to the shuttle, but where are you going? To the shuttle. They said, "Oh, I'm going to visit my son." I said, "Oh, you mean Seattle or something?" And they kept saying shuttle. Oh my God.
See, I was pretty good about it. Deb didn't catch it for a month. She after a while she said, "You talk a little funny sometimes," and I was like, "Oh, I'm not American." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not American. I'm Brazilian." And she's like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm from Brazil." I said, "I can speak Portuguese to you if you want." She's like, I kind of wondered because you can't say picture right. She said you kept saying it wrong, and she's like, I didn't know if you're dumb or something was wrong with you. I said, no. If I don't hear the word, if I don't know the word and I can't hear it, I say it wrong. Because you do phonics, and my phonics wasn't very good. Like I can't say W's very well too, so she always makes fun of me. Because she looks Asian, but she speaks perfect English, and I look American and I speak terrible English. So.
Oh, Lord, yeah. It's like when you're talking to a Filipino.
Yeah. Oh, you can tell right away. Yeah.
You can tell right away.
I told her she was Filipino. She's like, "How'd you know?" I'm like, "I can tell. I've been around Filipinos."
Just by the accent alone, they grew up in the Philippines. But you know, the kids here,
Yeah.
it's hard to.
She's more redneck than me though. She rides a motorcycle. You know, she had the Jeep and the Mustang, and she lives in a trailer and she likes to drink beer. So she's more American than me. I don't like beer. I don't like loud motorcycles. Yeah.
No, she's so adventurous.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my God!" I said, I was telling her, "You mean you will go to Colorado or something and be a motorcycle and you're a woman?" I said,
I know. Scared me to death.
She's not scared.
No.
I said, "What if you get stranded there and you're a woman?" I guess she can protect herself. I don't know. I'm so scared.
Well, she's very like strong, but
Yeah.
to me, she's very a girl. She's
Yeah,
you know.
still a girl.
So I always have to tell her that. I said, "Honey, you have to call me." You know, like last night she was driving back, and she said, "Okay, I'm in Ankeny. I'll be back soon." And she took, almost an hour. So I kept calling. I said, "Where are you? Where are you?" You know, it doesn't take that long. "Oh, I'm okay. I said, "Honey, you gotta tell me." I said, "I know you think you're strong, but I think of you as a girl, and you're stranded on the road or something happened."
Yeah.
So.
It's good you like her even if she doesn't cook. And she drinks beer.
And she drinks beer, yeah.
She's a lovely.
Oh, it's funny to watch. I just love watching it.
She's sweet.
She leaves me alone. That's what I like. So we go to the bar and I drive, so she's safe. So I know she's safe. And then I just watch her hang out with her friends. She doesn't bother me. I'll watch TV at the bar.
Oh, really?
So I'm just her bodyguard, I guess. But she doesn't do that. "Are you okay? Are you having fun? Are you, No, Lee, I'm okay. I'm fine." No, it works really well. we're a little different, but we're similar, so it's good. She can ride the motorcycle, all that stuff. It's fine.
Does he still have a motorcycle?
Yeah, it's in my garage.
My goodness.
She wanted me to buy one. I said, I don't want a motorcycle. You have one. I'll just drive you around.
She's so different.
Yeah. She's got a good heart. That's all that matters
Yeah,
to me.
yes, it does.
And she doesn't bother me when I do stuff for people. I've had girlfriends always, why do you do that? Why do you help them out? Or why did you stop and help that lady? She doesn't say anything, so she usually helps out too. So it's you got to do like a good thing every week, you know. It makes you feel good, especially in Iowa. It's very boring. So changing a tire for somebody is pretty fun. They're building this whole new road here. It's been a year now. I think we'll go by Robert's place, and then we'll go to Deb's gym, and then go back to the house. That'd be the easiest.
Robert is here too.
Yeah, yeah.
She just bought a trailer home.
Yeah, they got a really nice trailer. And then he went crazy. He did the flooring, he painted it. It looks beautiful now. It was a mess for a while, but now it looks really nice.
Excited about it. I said, do you know how to put the flooring?
Yeah, I was like, do you need help? And he's like, no, it's okay. Do you know what you're doing? Yes. It's okay, you know, as long as you just call me if you need to have a question. But it looks beautiful. He did really good.
It's nice. He said he has a nice backyard.
Yeah, it is a real big backyard. We're trying to buy the trailer next to him so we can all live in the same area. Yeah. But they don't call back. I keep calling them saying, hey, are you guys going to sell it or what's going on? They don't call me back. So.
She said it's abandoned.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a little bit of work on it and then they quit. So it seemed like I mean, it's not a very big one, but, you know, it'd be nice to live right next to Robert and stuff. So. And it's on the end of a road, so there's a big backyard for the dogs and stuff. It's very windy.
Even in Las Vegas beach yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's like we were trying to cover the chairs and even the covers are big bone and we have to put stones to hold it down.
Yeah. They're finishing this up. They broke this twice. So they're still trying. Eventually, I guess they'll figure it out. Yeah, it's supposed to go over and then into Ames. Make it, because the old one, it's easier to get in an accident. So. Yeah. It's really beautiful though to watch them do it, but yeah, they did it wrong, so they had to tear it apart and redo it. It was just taking all year.
That's the fault of the engineers.
Oh yeah. That's Iowa though. I mean, they have hundreds of these in Texas. They haven't closed it off. So. Yeah, the guardrails. It gets so they close the highway when it snows really bad. That's Iowa for you.
They did snow here already?
Just a light drizzle. Nothing yet. It dropped 30 degrees though. It was really nice last week, and then now it's very, very cold. They're pouring that. Yeah, and then they just come in through here. It's just a little smoother. And then they got they're building the Menards out here and a couple other places. Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it'd be a little nicer for Ames. They built a lot of apartments, a lot of growth. So we're busy at work all the time now because of it. So it's good.
Don't they have casinos?
Yeah, they do. I asked her if you guys wanted to go to the casino. They got Prairie Meadows where the horse races. I only go when they have the horse races. So they'll have a horse race and ostrich and camel race. Yeah, so that's pretty fun to watch. One year, ostrich jumped the fence and got in with the people and ran around like crazy. It's pretty funny.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Iowa was weird about they passed a law that said you can only have casinos on boats. So then what they did is they dug a hole, filled the hole with water, and then put a casino on top of it that was just on a barge. Yeah, it's 3 feet deep, but that's it. And then they changed it, and they said, okay, only the state can have them, and Indians. So then they have a couple Indian casinos and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't gone to Prairie Meadows in years. Everybody kind of quit gambling. They don't make any money. They always lose.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys been to Deb's place here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Abrima? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we slept there before we went there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Last year. No, the other year. It was last year. Oh, no, last year.
Last year?
Yeah, because this year, last year.
You want to say hi to Tommy and Steven first? Because they're here. Usually they're at school.
Oh,
So.
because their car is here.
Yeah.
Tommy and Steven.
They're in and out all the time, so. Those two. Steven had a hard time starting his car. He doesn't know how to start it sometimes. Oh, that kid. Well, just pull hard. You gotta pull up.
Yeah.
They're different. Yeah. It should have came last week. It was really nice last week. Yeah, it just turned yesterday. It was fine yesterday, and then it just, at night, it dropped down to 19. And then it was like, well, there's winter. I think Robert's home. We'll just drive by and say hi. Yeah, that's why everybody just stays inside. That's why I just love working from home.
They're all here, huh? The kids.
Yeah. Usually they're never home because of school.
That's good.
Yeah, but they are staying here.
Yeah.
Even last time that we were here.
They live here.
Yeah. Because they go to school here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then David stayed there, and then he went to school.
Lives with mom.
Oh, she lives.
The two, Sarah and Joey.
Yeah, Sarah and Joey do, but they live very far away, so
Yeah.
everybody stays here for college.
Yeah.
I think Robert went to college here too.
Yeah.
David went to college here too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, see, Robert built the little shed.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
So, is that it?
Oh, I don't know. That's Eric's car. Yeah, we'll come back. All right.
They're not home.
And then that's the other
There
one.
she is. Robert.
Oh, is that Robert or John? It might be John.
Oh, John.
Yeah, it's John. He's bigger.
John.
That's they have a roommate too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good.
All right, we'll go look at the gym and then head home. And you guys can relax a little. Wasn't a bad flight. Italy was a bad flight. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a big person and the airplane's very little.
Yeah.
I couldn't go down the hallway because it was so small. I had to turn sideways to go down.
Oh.
I got lucky. I sat next to a high school student that was maybe 90 pounds.
Yeah.
So, and he didn't love like any of the food, so he gave me all his food. So it was really nice.
The food.
Yeah, the
Like
food.
The lady who sat beside me, because we did not sit together.
Oh, yeah.
The lady who sat beside me, she has to take out this armrest.
Oh yeah.
because She has to occupy part of my
Seat.
seat.
I just had to get up every hour. My feet were falling
she could
asleep.
not fit
Yeah.
if the
Armrest was there.
armrest is there.
Yeah, I couldn't fall asleep. Next time I'm just gonna take something to sleep before I go. But I had to get up every half hour or so because like my feet would fall asleep, my legs
Yeah.
would hurt, you know.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh, I should have bought some, got some sleeping pill or something.
That's good with me. I sleep in the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So the gym is close by your place?
Yeah, that's why we're gonna move to Des Moines, but she wanted the gym in Ames, so we stayed here. Ames is really nice. The people are really nice. It's just a good town. It's very hard to find that. And I mean I grew up in a bad town, bad country, so it's kind of like
Is this the capital?
no, Des Moines is.
Des Moines.
Yeah.
This is small.
This is small, but they have the college here, so it's big when the students are here. It actually doubles when the students are here. So they go from I think 27,000, and then there's about 30,000 students.
30,000?
Yeah,
Oh my
there's a lot of
goodness.
students. Well, it's not the it's a state college, so it's not very expensive.
Yeah.
So, like I went to Augustana. Mine was a private college,
Yeah.
and we had 2,600 students. That's it.
Oh,
So.
30,000.
Yeah, when she was telling me they have lecture halls, it was I was like, how many students are in the classroom? She, 600.
Oh.
What? I was like, my biggest class we had 15 students.
Yeah, I usually talk to Debbie frequently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's always busy.
Talk about her school, training.
No, she does very well. She does very well with the older ladies too, that are trying to get back into shape. I think I keep telling her, I say, just concentrate on them. They're very easy. They're very happy that somebody helps them. She has a very happy face, so they like her. You know, and she's kind of like a nurse. You know.
Yeah.
It must be the Filipino in her. She's like a nurse and very nurturing. You know, so all the older ladies love her. So if she gets the guys, then she has to be stronger than the guys. So then it's always the competition.
Was telling her.
Yeah.
Do you think you started your business too early? Because now you have to rent. And she said, well, they get so much of the fee, the place.
Well,
If she's not on her own.
we talked she was going to get a bigger place that was 1,000, almost 1,100 a month. And I started my own business, so I know how much it costs. And I kept telling her, I said, you got to worry about your monthly. I said, because that comes due right away. Yeah. You don't want to buy all this, do all this work, and then not have enough money to pay the rent. So this is, I think, $450 a month. So this was very minimum. And then with the boys living there, that helps her out. And then she stays with me. And then I told her, I said, I'll pay for everything for a year until you get more business and stuff. So it's going pretty good. So she doesn't have to worry about food or rent or anything else. She just has to worry about working. So, but we did pretty good. And then she was going to spend about $32,000 in equipment. We got it down to about 16. We did a lot of the labor, painted it, put the flooring in, everything. So yeah, it saved her a lot of money. I think she's still trying to find somebody to partner with her.
Yes, that would help.
Yeah, because it would be nicer too for her customers to always have somebody there. So it's not only 8 hours a day; it's 16 hours a day. So, and Fridays, Saturdays, it's just helpful.
Yeah.
And they can pay half the rent. Yeah. So she's trying to find somebody now.
What's the business anyway?
Personal training.
Personal training.
Personal training.
Yep.
Personal training on what?
Gym,
like gym. Yeah.
Gym.
Okay.
To get you back in shape.
Yeah, he wants now.
So it'd be more for athletes, people that got hurt, older people, people that just, it's motivating.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get a gym membership and go to the gym, but then you don't know how to use the equipment. So she teaches you how to use it. She gets a plan for you. It's pretty specific. She has all these programs that, you type in your height, weight, everything, and she tells you how much you should be able to lift. And then she does like very personalized training. It's good it's very expensive to go all the time.
Yeah.
But a lot of people go 3-4 times to kind of, know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That helps out a lot.
Yeah, because their hourly rate is expensive.
Yeah, hers is pretty cheap, but you go to any other place, especially California or Vegas, you're looking at $200, $300 an hour. So. Just right in here.